been around and know what I'm saying. So it's not a fan base, me. You know, look at club. You know what I mean? You either with it or you're not with it.
Here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. And of course, big up to the pub. Yeah, man. Hey, one thing I love about nature, is like every time I'm ready to talk about certain things, the breeze blow, man, and make sure I say, yeah, nature endorse the argument. If you notice a red in this drink, I'm going to start giving you what you call duals tips, of mix the duals and what have you. Yeah. All right, so today we're going to talk about a thing named you qualify for the loan, but you can't get it. For those like my creative friends, the people who work on contract, people who have part-time work, I mean, you get a lot of work, but you're not necessarily a 9 to 5 person. You don't have that every week, every month pay slip. You're making your own contributions, doing your own thing. We're talking about bartenders, waitresses, we're talking about creatives, filmmakers, people who work in media, a lot of different sectors. One of the things that beat your body, when you walk going to an institution, financial institution says to you, yeah, come in and talk to us about a loan. And when you're done, you write up everything, you calculate everything, and them say to you, yeah, man, you qualify. And you say, wow, all right, cool. Yeah, but what? Well, you have to understand that, you know, you don't really have this kind of job, and we don't have the certainty, and we don't have. If you ever check a lot of the times, what happen? The only people who have the regular job where them did qualify for the loan and get the loan. Some of them have good loans and some have bad loans. In the end, when you say to people, because I talked to Donovan, yeah man, if you know Donovan, you know Donovan. And he pointed out to me, imagine, you can work a certain amount of years in your life, make a certain amount of money, be working at a place for a certain amount of time. You have other sources of income. And you walk into the institution because they say, come in and talk to us, and we'll make sure that things happen. All right, cool. But how is it that you're able to go in with all this paperwork, all this ability to make your dreams come true? And when you sit down with them and say to them, all right, it just now matters out. And I'm really talking about the commercial banking system. Yeah. The real strict commercial banking system. I'm talking about National Housing Trust. I'm talking about those institutions that say to people, we have all kinds of facilities. Admittedly, things are better today than they used to be. So I can't knock that. We're not try to work with everybody. I'm not try to find different ways to make sure that everybody has a piece of the pie and a possibility. But there are still institutions, and not just institutions, still people within these institutions who don't really see something outside of the formal sector as being friendly. You qualify, but you can't get the loan. It's kind of hard to say to somebody, you qualify, but you can't get the loan. That's sort of like looking at Shelley and Fraser Price winning a race, and you say, yeah, man, you win, but you can't get the medal. What? How could you qualify and can't get it? If you're good enough to qualify, there must be some way or the other. Here's a suggestion. If you find that there are people who qualify for the loan, they might qualify for the loan at $1 million. All right, tell you what you do then. If you have a doubt, give them half of the loan then and say to them, we'll give you a test. Try that. I'm not saying, okay, and this is in no way to try and make the people who want $1 million only end up getting half. But if you want $1 million and you're not getting $1 million, maybe if you get half at least, you know. I'm talking about the people who have given up. The people who say it don't make no sense because them now make big money or them in a big job or them now work with big companies. I'm encouraging those who believe that they qualify, those who know them have the vision of what they want. And you sit down here, maybe with an expert, maybe with your own calculations, you think you're good enough to get it. Do not look at the institution and say, John Star, I feel me qualified, but me not get it. No, go in. Go in. Get your job letter, get your things together, get your bank statement or whatever it is, get your things together and go in and make your case. For the institutions that are saying to people, yeah man, you qualify for the loan but you can't get it, think about it. You know many people out there right now who could be part of your loan portfolio and you're really leaving them out while they're running on the people who have bad debt. Hey, you never know. Don't have doubt and think you can't get the loan. And people who have these institutions, stop stop mashing up people headspace with the thing, man. I tell them about them qualify, but them can't get it. Yeah? There are lots of people who would be entrepreneurs if they could get a start. Of course, you're going to tell me, but there are always institutions or facilities that can make these things happen. True, but I believe you have a duty as a financial institution. If somebody comes in and they qualify for a loan, but they don't necessarily qualify for that loan that they want, don't just send them back through the door. Show them the way, teach them the way, make things possible for them as well. Because trust me, the amount of people who have great dreams and great potential to become big things in this country, a lot of the times it's just that answer that say, no, almost, you nearly make it. We are all part of one melting pot of productivity, right? Not everybody is going to earn the same way. Not everybody going to have the same kind of job. Not everybody going to have the same kind of potential. But I think everybody qualifies. Remember, in the end, everybody wants to own a house. Everybody want to have a, well, not everybody want to buy a car, but everybody want to achieve something. Find a way, man. Find a way. Do like Jamaica National. What them say? We'll find a way. Yeah, find a way. A lot of institutions out there. You're traditional, you've been around a long time. Do better, man. Help people to find them way. Help them to achieve what they need to achieve. Don't be telling people you're qualified, but you can't get it. That's kind of rough. What you do qualify for all the time, though, is yours. And no matter what time of the day, it's always yours time. So here's to the story. That's Rodney's story. Next time, cheers.